Audrey, am I the man yet? Doth my simple feature content you?
Your features. Lord Ormond's what features?
Why, I am here with thee and thy goats.
Oh, knowledge of the cabinet, what's been a joke in a thatched house?
When a man's verses can't be understood, and a man's good wit seconded with the forward child understanding, it strikes a man more dead than a great reckoning in a little room. I would the gods had made thee poetical.
I do not know what poetical is. Is it honest in word and deed?
No, truly, for the truest poetry is the most fading, and lovers are given to poetry. And what they say in poetry, it may be said as lovers, they do fade.
Do you wish then the gods had made me poetical?
I do, truly. For you tell me that you are honest. Now, if thou art a poet, I might have some hope that thou didst feign.
You would not have me honest?
No, truly. Unless thou wert hard favored. For to match honesty to beauty is to put honey as sauce to sugar.
A material fool?
Well, I am not fair, and therefore I pray the gods make me honest.
Truly, and to cast honesty away upon a foul slut were to put good meat in an unclean dish.
I am not a slut, and I thank gods I am foul.
Well, praise be the gods for thy foulness. Sluttishness may come hereafter. But be that as it may, I will marry thee, Audrey. And to that end, I have been to see the vicar of the next village, Sir Oliver Martex, and he is to come here to this very spot where he will couple us.
I fain see this meeting.
Will the gods be praised?
Amen. A man may, if he were faint of heart, stagger in this attempt, for here we have no temple but the woods, no assembly but horned beasts. What no courage, man? His horns are odious, they are necessary. Here comes Sir Oliver Martex. Good, Master Oliver Martex, you are well met. Will you dispatch us here under this tree, or shall we go with you to your chapel?
Isn't that your gift of women?
I will not take her on gift of any manner.
She wasn't given or the marriage so lawful.
Proceed, Oliver.
Oh, well met, good master. What you call it? Well, very well met. A simple toy in hand here, sir. Be covered.
Will you be married, Motley?
As the ox has his bow, as the horse the curb, as the falcon has bells, so man has his desires. As pigeons bill, so wedlock would be nibbling.
And will you, a man of your breeding, be married under a bush like a beggar? Get to church and get a good priest that can tell you what marriage is. This man may but join you together as they join wainscot in like a green timber. Warp.
I think I would just as soon be married of him than of another. For he's not like to marry me well. And if I'm not well married, it will be a better excuse hereafter to leave my wife.
Come now, and I will counsel thee.
Come, Audrey, we must be married, or we must live in Baudry. Therefore, goodbye, sweet Oliver. Oh, sweet Oliver, oh, brave Oliver, leave me not behind thee, but wend away. Begone, I say, I will not to wedding with thee.
Never talk to me, I will weep. I pray you weep, but know from that that your tears do not become a man.
But have I not cause to weep?
As good as cause as any, therefore weep.
Oh. His very hair is of a dissembling color.
I is browner than Judas's. Mary, his kisses are Judas's own children.
Aye, his hair is of good color, and his kisses are as full of sanctity as the touch of holy bread.
He had borrowed a castle to Diana. Nuns kiss more chastely. The very ice of chastity is in him.
Did he not say he would come this morning and comes not?
Faith, cause there is no truth in him.
Are you sure?
Yes, I think him neither a pick purse nor a horse thief. But his truth and love, I think of him as a concave goblet or a worm-eaten nut.
Not true in love.
I faith cause when he is in, but I think he is not in.
But you heard us swear downright he was.
Was is not is. He attends here in the forest on the Duke. Your father?
I met the Duke yesterday and had much question with him. He asked me of what parentage I was, and I told him, as good as he. And he laughed. let me go. Oh, what talk of fathers when there's such a man as Orlando.
Oh, Orlando. There's a brave man. Speaks a brave verse, writes a brave song, swears a brave oath, and then breaks it bravely. See how he traverses the heart of his own lover. But I guess all's brave that folly guides and youth mounts.
Master and mistress, you have often inquired of the young man you saw sitting with me on the turf who complained of true love and praised the proud and disdainful shepherdess who was his mistress.
Well, what of him?
You will see a pageant truly played between the red glow of scorn and proud disdain and the pale complexion of true love. Go with me hence and I will conduct it, if you'll mark it.
Come, let us remove the sight of lovers speedeth those in love. Bring us to the sight and we shall say, I'll prove a busy actor in their play.
Sweet Phoebe, do not scorn me, do not, Phoebe. Say that you love me not, but say not so of bitterness. The common executioner, whose heart the accustomed sight of death makes hard, falls not the axe upon the humble neck, but first begs pardon. Will you sterner be than he that dies and lives by bloody drops?
I would not be thy executioner. I fly thee, for I would not injure thee. Thou sayest there's murder in mine eyes. 'Tis pretty sure and very probable that eyes are the frailest and softest thing that do shut their coward gates on enemies, should be called tyrants, butchers, murderers. Now I do frown on thee with all my heart, and if mine eyes can wound, now let them kill thee. Now counterfeit to swoon, why now fall down? Or, if thou canst not, oh for shame, lie not to say mine eyes are murderers. There is no force in eyes that can do hurt.
If ever, as it ever may be near, you find in some fresh cheek the power of fancy, then you shall know the wounds invisible that love's keen arrows make.
But until that time, come not thou near me, and if that time should come, afflict me with thy mocks, pity me not, for as when that time comes, I shall not pity thee.
And why, I pray you, who might be your mother, that you insult, exult, and all at once over the wretched? What, though you have no beauty, I see no more you than without candle may go dark to bed. Must you therefore be proud and pitiless? Oh, why, what means this? Why look you on me? Please don't. It's gross. Oh, man, you faithful shepherd. Wherefore do you follow her like foggies out puffing through wind and rain? You are 1,000 times a properer man than she a woman. 'Tis not her class, but you that flatters her. 'Tis such fools of you that fill the world with ill-favored children. Oh, mistress. Oh, stop. Oh, I think she means to tangle mine eyes too. No, faith, proud mistress, hope not after it. 'Tis not your inky brows, your black silk hair, your bugle eyeballs, nor your cheek of cream that can attain my spirits to your worship. But mistress, know yourself. Down on your knees, fasting, and thank heaven for a good man's love. For I must tell you friendly in your ear, sell when you can. You are not for all markets. Cry the man mercy, love him. He adores you.
Sweet youth, I pray you, chide us a year together. I had rather hear you chide than this man woo.
Oh, he's fallen in love with her foulness. She'll fall in love with my anger. As fast as I can, I shall sauce her with bitter words. Why look you upon me?
For no ill will I bear you.
I pray you, don't fall in love with me, for I am falser than vows made in wine. But, mistress, if you must know my house, 'tis at the tuft of olives here hard by. Come, sister. Shepherd, ply her hard. Shepherdess, look on him better. For all the world could see, none could be so abused in sight as he. Come, sister, to our flock.
Whoever loves, they love not at first sight. What sayest thou, Silvius?
Sweet Phoebe, pity me.
Why, I am sorry for thee, gentle Silvius.
Wherever sorrow is, relief would be. If you do sorrow at my grief and love, by giving love your sorrow and my grief, we're both concerned.
Thou hast my love. Is not that neighborly?
I would have you.
Why, that were covetousness. Silvius, the time was that I hated thee. But it is not that I bear thee since thou canst talk of love so well, thy company, which erst was irksome to me, I will endure, and I'll employ thee too. But do not look for further recompense than thine own gladness that thou art employed.
So holy and so perfect is my love, and I in such a poverty of grace, that I shall make it the most plenteous come. Loose now and then a scattered smile, and that I'll live upon.
Knowest thou the youth that spoke to me erewhile?
Not very well, but I had been him off, and he had bought the cottage in the down where Carla was once master of.
Think not that I love him, though I ask for him. 'Tis but a peevish boy. And yet he talks well. But what care I for words? And yet words do well when he that speaks them pleases those that hear. 'Tis a pretty youth, not very pretty, but sure he's proud, and yet his pride becomes him. The best thing in him is his complexion, and faster than his tongue did make offense, his eye did heal it up. He's not very tall, but for his years he's tall. His leg is but so-so, and yet 'tis well. There's a pretty redness in his lip, a little riper and more lusty red than that mixed in his cheek. There'll be some women, Sylvius, had they marked him in puffs as I did, would have gone near to fall in love with him. But for my part, I love him not, nor hate him, and yet have more cause to hate than to love. For what had he to do to chide at me? He said my eyes were black and my hair black, and as I remembered, scorned at me. I wondered why I answered not again. I know. I will write him a very taunting letter. I will be straight with him and passing short, and that will bear it. Will thou, Sylvius?
Phoebe, with all my heart.
The matter's in my head and in my heart. I will write it straight. Come, Sylvius.
I pray thee, pretty youth, let me be better acquainted with thee.
They say you are a melancholy fellow.
I am so. I do love it better than laughing.
Those that are in the extremity of either are abominable fellows, and betray themselves to every modern censure worse than drunkards.
Why, 'tis good to be sad and say nothing.
Why, 'tis good to be a post.
I have a melancholy of mine own, compounded of many symbols, extracted from many objects, and indeed the sundry contemplation of my travels, which, by often rumination, wraps me in a most humorous sadness.
A traveler, by my faith, you have sold your lands to see other men's. Then to have seen much and to have little is to have rich eyes and poor hands.
Yes, I have gained my experience.
And your experience makes you sad. I'd rather a fool to make me merry than experience to make me sad, and to travel for it too.
Good day and happiness, dear Rosalind.
Nay then, God be with you.
Why, how now, Orlando? Where have you been all this while? You a lover, and you serve me such another trick? Come no more in my sight.
My dear Rosalind, I come within an hour of my promise.
Break an hour's promise in love. He that would divide a minute into 1,000 parts, and break but 1,000 parts of a minute in the affairs of love. It may be said of him that Cupid had clapped him over the shoulder, but I'll warrant him heart whole.
Pardon me, sweet Rosalind.
Nay, and you be so tardy? Come no more in my sight. I had his leaf be wooed of a snail.
Of a snail?
Aye, of a snail. For though he comes slowly, he carries his house on his head. A better jointure, I think, than you make a woman.
Oh, what's that?
Why, horns, that such as you are fain to be beholding to your wives for. But he comes armed in his fortune, and prevents the slander of his wife.
Virtue is no horn maker, and my Rosalind is virtuous.
And am I your Rosalind?
It pleases him to call you so.